I think we are live.
We are. Aww.
What?
I've never been live before in my life.
I'll just check.
My God.
Oh God, he's climbing up the ladder.
My God.
He is broken in half.
His face is like a crimson mask.
Yeah. Just would you link it to the chat if that's all right?
Link what to the chat?
The link the stream. This will probably be the last one. Whoever likes it will sub. Or do you want to just go for it?
You can start and I'll put it in now.
Yeah. Well, welcome everyone to the TLC review. And I am joined by Mr. Carbonite himself.
Hello. You may have seen me in other great works like the GPV.
Yeah. I thought this was a brilliant pay-per-view for the amount of matches on the card.
Yeah, there was a beefy amount of matches on the card. I completely forgot the word for that.
Yeah. Will we just get in it straight into the first match?
Yeah, honestly, why not?
The first match was Buddy Murphy versus Cedric Alexander on the pre-show. This shouldn't have been on the pre-show. I feel like this could have been middle of the card. No one respects these people.
Yeah, I don't understand why the Cruiserweights consistently get put in the pre-show, especially when there was stuff like the Mixed Match Challenge and like a guitar and the Mixed Match Challenge, but that should have been on the pre-show.
That should have been the very first match.
Yeah, it should have been the very first match. Get that out of the way. You know, like maybe even like put like Natalya and Ruby on the pre-show.
Yeah, I feel like the one of the only highlights of the match though was that was it Death Valley Driver on the side of the ring.
Yeah, that was like a.
Yeah, but then Cedric Alexander hit a lumbar check and Buddy Murphy barely got onto the ropes. It was a good near fall.
It was a really good near fall, but I kind of like the way that he was pinned.
It
was a little obvious that he was going to put his foot on the rope.
Yeah, and then Buddy Murphy like super kicked him like on the side of the ring post, and then
like he put him like upside down on the top of the corner.
Yeah,
and then like set off.
This is not to be rude. I wasn't focused on this match. I was doing something else, and that's sad.
It didn't really broadcast what the men can do.
Yeah,
hopefully they'll have like a match rumble or something, maybe like a 2 out of 3 falls.
Yeah, it'll probably be
really just get into their skill set.
Yeah, it'll probably be on 205 Live as well. But I do recommend to watch it because it is a great show.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I sort of did like 7, 8 out of 10.
Yeah, something that wasn't 7 or 8 out of 10 was Elias versus Bobby Lashley in a proper ladder match. This rules changed on the slide. There was no notice about this at all.
No, there was not. So basically, they changed it from the winner being the person who grabbed the guitar and used it. The winner was just the first person to grab the guitar, and Elias ended up winning the match. And then, to be fair, I said in the predictions that I bet that Elias would grab the guitar, but Lashley would be the one to use it. And in a sense, I wasn't wrong.
You weren't wrong, but you didn't get the prediction right.
Well, that is true. But technically, I did get the prediction right because it's weird because we predicted a different set of rules.
Yeah.
This one.
Well, we were going under the assumption you have to pin the lad.
That is true. That was the assumption.
Yeah, but like I think Elias deserved the win because he can be pushed now, maybe to face Dean Ambrose in the future.
No. Get him away. Get him away now.
Yeah, and then actually Leo Rush performed after the match a beautiful frog splash.
That that looked like it hurt Leo Rush.
It hurt Leo Rush.
Ow, though. Like, he connected, like, ribs first.
Yeah, there was a few highlights, a good few belly-to-belly suplexes onto the ladder. It was a good match, but
It ended a little too quickly, though.
Yeah. Yes, that's just a problem for a subject to time and all that. And then you just see at the final picture, Bobby. You see Bobby Lashley with the best pit pose of the night.
Yeah, slapping them glutes.
Yeah. And then onto the main card, or for Facebook people who actually could watch it, the Mix Max Challenge final versus the Fabulous Truth versus the Mahalisha. This was stupid.
It went on too long. It wasn't on the right part of the TLC. I mean, it was a little funny at the end, but like aside from that, like we all kind of knew who was going to win.
Yeah.
You know, is it going to be the stale heels, or is it going to be the baby faces who kind of get a pop?
who are goofy as well.
Yeah, like not gonna lie, the whole like when Truth was like, we're going to Stanford, Connecticut. Like, yeah, we're all right. Like giggles, he's a fucking idiot.
I feel like it would have been funnier with Disneyland.
They were going someone stupid.
It should have been
Disneyland or someone just fucking stupid.
Yeah,
we're going to Alaska.
Yeah. The one highlight for the heels was Alicia Fox's Northern Light suplex is always on point.
Yeah, she is like really good at those.
She's really good at one move, and that makes her captain of everything.
Yeah.
And then Archer steals his cap.
Although Truth did steal that hat. He stole the hat, so technically isn't he the captain of everything now?
He's the captain now.
He's the captain of fucking up.
He's the captain of being Vince McMahon's boy.
He is.
Yeah.
The only reason he's still around is because he can go, "What's up?"
Yeah. And I just go, "The sky."
Yep. What's up?
Yeah.
Your boring levels.
Yeah. And for a match that went too long to I feel like a match that went too short, it was the Usos versus the Bar versus the New Day.
The Bar. I love the way you say the Bar.
The Bar. It was a good match.
It was a good match. Went on a little too short, and while I'm not like disappointed with the winners, I certainly felt it should have been someone else.
I'm disappointed because who are they going to face now?
They've got to be bringing up like Heavy Machinery to face them.
Ooh, Ducky.
I mean, imagine it. The power of Heavy Machinery versus the power of Sheamus and Cesaro. I reckon you can get some proper power moves in there.
Yeah, Otis Dozovich is actually a very talented superstar for the way he looks.
Mm.
So
like people say that about Kevin Owens as well. Obviously, like, he's a little tough. People are like, oh yeah, you know, he'll just be like the same kind of thing. And then like he flies around. He's like quite agile, and it's like, oh, hold on,
you gotta love his cannonball.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. Sheamus and Cesaro picked up the win here after Xavier went for his little like knee/clothesline thing from the middle of the rope and caught a bro kick instead.
Yeah,
it was a good match. Went on a little too short, but I'm not disappointed with the win.
Some of the highlights of this match was the uppercut taking one of the Usos. Was it Jimmy or Jay? I never really know.
Looked like it was Jay.
It could have been any of them, and that was just a good hit because that's his thing now, uppercutting the Usos.
Yeah, especially what Cesaro does now.
Yeah,
uppercuts all day, every day.
Then what does he call his elbow? Just a diving elbow or top rope elbow?
Yeah, I just think it's the diving elbow.
That was a very good near fall, and then the trust fall. That looks good all the time.
Yeah, it does. I'm waiting for like everyone to just like accidentally like back up, and just Kingston just goes from height to floor with no one breaking it.
I feel like that would be good for a table spot.
Oh god, it just goes out.
Yeah, but this should have been a TLC match compared to Braun Strowman.
I reckon the Usos could have margin.
Yeah. And then the next, would you call it a match? Baron Corbin versus Braun Strowman
This was apparently a TLC match, only so they could pull the whole stint of, Corbin's down the ring, he's calling for the forfeit. Slater gets for about 6, and then you hear Braun.
He got a big pop.
Out, and he's got his arm in a sling, as you can see. And it's like, he's like, well, I'm glad we picked the stipulation because there's no DQs, so anyone can get involved.
Why is he being clever? He's meant to be.
He can be. He is brain and brawn.
Yeah.
He can be the pair.
He wasn't wearing the glasses. He wasn't in the gimmick.
Hey man, he's a multi-man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Apollo Crews come down. Yeah, Chad Gable and Bobby Roode come down.
Why was Apollo Crews there? Baron Corbin did nothing to him.
No, I think they said that he did like something to him, but I think it's like really small. And I think it was probably done to him just so then he had a reason to come out.
He's the reason Titus O'Neil slipped.
He put him in a match or something. But Corbin looked to run to escape, and he's about halfway up the ramp before you heard Angle's thing come out. He comes out, smacks him about a bit, picks the chair, smacks him about the chair, throws him in the ring. Everyone does finishes. Gable hit a nice moonsault.
That was I really love that finisher.
Yeah, that was really nice. Everyone kind of hit the finishers, and then Corbin kind of just lays there in the ring. Baron just puts his foot on him. 1, 2, 3. He beat him without even lifting a finger. Corbin, thankfully, is removed from Pac.
Yeah, and spoilers for the coming Raw. For the Raw that happened. It was a great show without him.
Oh, it was an amazing show, that. Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
But the next match we had was a little bit of not a blood feud, but it had an angle that really shouldn't have been in there.
No.
So it was a tables match between Natalya and Ruby Riott. I don't know why they feel like involving like dead relatives.
Yeah.
It's like a great idea.
The way the match happened was terrible, but the match actually overall was not that bad.
The match overall wasn't that bad, and I feel really bad for Liv Morgan.
Oh, that one, yeah.
He generally looked broken.
Yeah.
From that table.
Yeah.
She's so small. And then Natty just sends her completely fine.
It was just, oh, no.
I thought she was going to hit the announce table.
Yeah.
Like when she was flying, I was like, oh my God, she's gone too far.
She's already got a concussion from Brie Bella. She doesn't need another one. Oh, by the way, the Bellas just disappeared.
Of course they disappeared. They came in, turned heel, showed up to brag about Total Divas, Total Bellas, lost the match, then fucked off again.
Yeah.
Like, it's Bellas. Like, no one even wants to see them there.
I understand, but it's just give them a reason why they're gone. Say, oh, I'm better than you, so I quit.
I'm better, so I'm gone. It's like,
well. Yeah, and
you sure put up in that place.
And then Sarah Logan got hit with it. Was it just a power slam or?
Yeah, it was just kind of like not a scoop power slam, because that's Orton's, but she picked her up.
Yeah, scoop slam, and then they just disappeared for legit. I think
they just like completely disappeared, and then you had Ruby Riott get a bit of an upper hand. She put Natty's father's table up.
Yeah, saying that
Natty avoids that, saying that like she was telling Natty that she was like really ashamed of her. Yeah. Like Ruby Riott, like she's done well with the content that she has.
But I think
it probably doesn't feel great to me saying Ruby.
Yeah, but WWE need to push them better. They're doing well. Just do it better. Like I have in my notes here, they had a very good electric chair. That was a very good spot.
Yeah, that was a really nice electric chair. Then Natty got out her father's coat, was it?
Yeah, the jacket.
And then she got the jacket out. She then got out a table that actually had a Ruby Riott on it.
Yeah.
It then kind of played back and forth as he was going through that before high stakes on the top rope. Natty kind of drops down and power bombs her through the table.
Yeah, from a failed Hurricane Rana, and that was I think the perfect way to end the match.
Yeah, I thought the Hurricane Rana might actually be pulled up. I was like, oh my God, that's going to be brutal.
Yeah, and then you just see in her face, oh no.
Yeah, I love a good storytelling when someone goes for a move and then just fails and you're like, oh.
Kevin Owens always does that well.
They're also down like, I done fucked up.
Yeah.
I done fucked up. Oh God.
That's like Kevin Owens usually. He just does something that he thinks is smart. Oh no.
Yeah, I love when you get like a properly good reaction from like just a wrestler's face. Like a face can say it all.
This was just an obvious winner. Like I tried to be out there trying to think, oh yeah, they're gonna push it. No, they're gonna push Natalya for one match next week. But from one obvious finish to quite actually a shocking finish, we've Balor versus Drew McIntyre. I don't think anyone saw this coming.
No one saw the finish coming. I mean, I half saw Ziggler getting involved.
Yeah.
But then again, I kind of thought, with a match, with like, not with like a match, but with a pay-per-view that seems to have a fair amount of people who could get involved. Like you had like the Singh brothers get involved, Riots will get involved. I don't think they do it for this kind of match.
Yeah.
Like this should have been like McIntyre's like big push, but then it's not. Ziggler's now cost him 2 pinfall losses now.
Yeah. I have in my notes here, Ziggler interferes, he fails miserably.
We didn't fail too bad.
He still got kicked in the head with a chair.
To be fair, McIntyre only lost the match because he decided to throw Ziggler in the ring and go to town on him with a chair, or attempt to.
The one thing I did love, though, was when Finn Balor done a reference to Finlay doing the rope, in between the ropes.
Yeah, that's true. I like that.
Yeah, but as we say, Balor just got the win, and I'm happy that he got the win, but it was just a surprise.
Balor winning a pay-per-view.
Aww.
So going on to the next match, this one was quite a toughie to kind of pick a winner from. We had a Rey Mysterio taking on Randy Orton in a chairs match, and this is some really good spots.
It was a great match. It's shocking because it's Mysterio versus Orton in 2018, and also it's a chairs match, which is never really a good stipulation. They used it well.
Yeah, they did use it well. I really liked Mysterio's kind of like sliding dive with the chair. That was quite creative.
I made the joke of a surfboard Pikachu.
Oh man, if he actually had like hair, like
yellow hair,
ears or something,
that'd
have been quite cool. But it was quite it was really good, like back and forth. Had a nice few spots. Orton near the end started laying out like a lot of chairs to RKO Mysterio on. Mysterio then went for like some kind of, he reversed it, went for a Hurricanrana, rolled out to a pin, actually got the 3 count. Mysterio ended up winning the match, unfortunately.
It was absolutely stupid. But one negative I had was the commentary. I remember Corey Graves saying, "Don't get hit by a steel chair."
Oh, that was beautiful. What kind of advice can you give people when they're entering this kind of match? Don't get hit by the steel chair. Corey Graves.
Yeah, but also
President 2020. Let's go.
At least he wasn't David Otunga, who didn't actually say anything throughout the whole show.
David Otunga kind of just sat there and was like,
At least Byron Saxton can be bullied.
Yeah, but you can't really bully Otunga, can you?
No, you can't.
He's a lawyer, so he's supposed to have a good argument. But
he's a lawyer and he's married to someone, so he can get everything.
That is true. Yeah. So after Mysterio celebrated his win, we had Ronda Rousey versus Nia Jax in a very predictable match. It went out it played out the exact same way we kind of all thought it would.
It went too long. Simple as.
Yeah, it went a little too long. You kind of had like Ronda using her agility. Tamina got involved at one point. Jax teased the face breaker. Teased the face breaker a little too often. Got rolled up into an armbar.
Yeah.
Ronda stared Tamina down as she did it. And
the one thing, she kissed the face breaker as well. That was a good spot.
She kissed the face breaker because that's a thing.
Apparently. Yeah. One of the highlights was her crossbody. That was picture perfect.
That was a nice crossbody. Yeah. We'll give her that. But I still hate Ronda.
Oh yeah, we all hate Ronda.
Even before the end of the night, I still hate Ronda.
Yeah, she should.
She went to the top of the mountain way too quick.
Yeah, needed a bit more time. Maybe win the Money in the Bank next year.
Yeah, definitely. But we're heading off to the final 3 matches now.
Yeah.
And final 3 started with AJ Styles versus the new Daniel Bryan.
You knew I was going to correct you anyway if you didn't do that.
I knew you were going to correct me if I didn't say the new.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah, I just love that. Yeah, the new Daniel Bryan came down as cosplayed as Spider-Man for halfway down that ramp.
Hey, Nightcrawler. He's wearing black. He's Nightcrawler.
Okay, he's Nightcrawler.
But no, it was a good match. It kind of showed off the nice little kind of technician base that both the wrestlers have got, which is really nice.
I really love the start because he's doing little stretches, doing little jogs, and everyone knows AJ Styles is apparently a hothead.
Yeah, apparently AJ Styles is hot-headed somehow, which doesn't make much sense. But no, he Brian basically did the same thing he did against Lesnar, where he kind of like he teased him, like, playing mind games or whatnot. I don't know how it constitutes mind games.
Yeah, but at the end of the match, Daniel Bryan's chest was lit up. The new Daniel Bryan's chest was lit up.
I mean, he's a vegan, so it's kind of appropriate that his chest looked like a tomato plant.
Yeah. Fickle. There was I forget, he countered a springboard move with a lovely kick to the ribs. This could be debatable as joint match of the night.
Nah. In my eyes, this was a match of the night. Even with a lousy finish, the match of the night's pretty obvious in my eyes. When
AJ Styles was doing the head kick to the mat, it looked like he botched one very nastily. Got right in the face.
Yeah, it did look like he almost absolutely done himself. But I'm gonna leave you to talk about the next few matches because I fell asleep at this point.
Yeah, I had
to. This match, I fell asleep.
Yeah, but well,
to be fair, for all you Americans out there who were it started at 7. What are you going to bed so early for? It started at midnight. By the time we got to this match, it was about quarter past 3.
Quarter past 3, and it was.
I was due in for work at 9.
Yeah,
so I ended up falling asleep by accident.
Yeah, and while I was just taking down notes. There was a lovely 450 splash by Daniel Bryan, but he overshot it, which is a shame. And then there was a great transition into a calf crusher, then a horrible finish with a cradle roll-up. I don't like cradle roll-ups in a championship match, but it does protect AJ Styles in a way.
Protect Styles so that he can go on to his part-time contract. You can kind of just fight bigger guys who don't really need titles, because Styles is one of those people who Lesnar should be like too.
Yeah,
he's one of those people that he doesn't really need a title to feel big. He can fight big matches without needing a title to make it this massive match.
He needs to go home and protect Wendy from Samoa Joe.
He needs to go home and invest in a bloody bull cut.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's 3 different people that have come after his knackers?
I think only 2, Nakamura and Bryan.
Oh, did Joe never?
No.
Did Joe never low blow?
No, he only went to his house and knocked on his door and said,
"Ooh,
Wendy.
Ooh, Wendy."
Samoa Joe was very underused this year.
Oh, I love Joe.
I love Joe, but he
should have won. He should have been the person to take the title.
Yeah.
I don't care if Bryan took it off him and then turned heel the very next night, but I feel like Joe should have taken it.
Joe should. Yeah, absolutely. But one match that's supposed to be a blood feud, which was a huge letdown, was Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, there's a little part of me that's actually kind of glad that I didn't see this match.
Yeah, it was just a big letdown. It was just ew, you smelly still. Even in the next Raw, he still had his guys with the gas masks around the ring.
Honestly, I think I said this to you in personal messages, but if they just had Dean turn heel, but they basically had Dean the exact same way he was when Seth turned heel, and they had that amazing rivalry that took the better part of the year. If they just had that Dean versus this Seth, I thought that would have been amazing.
It would have been lovely.
These two, they're supposed to absolutely hate each other. They want to tear each other apart. And obviously, Seth now wants to do it instead of running away like the cowardly heel like he was a few years ago. You need Dean in that same mentality, and you can create absolute magic. I know that Dean's supposed to be the heel, so sometimes you can have him run off or he attacks after a match or something.
Yeah.
These two are supposed to be trying to tear each other's heads off.
Yeah.
Not I'm going to call you out and then I'm going to run away the moment you come out.
The one positive about this heel turn is the addition to his theme music, I thought, is cool.
Yeah, I like the addition to it.
Yeah.
Nice.
The commentary was horrible in this match as well. All they were doing was asking questions to Renee, bullying her.
Yeah, basically, now that it's fully come out that her and Dean are involved.
Yeah.
Now every single storyline that involves Dean, they're like, Renee, why do you think he did what he did? How do you feel about that he did? What's this? How are you nailing him? What's your favorite position? Do you really like it?
Do you take it up there?
Grilling her for it. And it's okay. She's in a relationship with Dean Ambrose. Is Dean Ambrose one lucky fucking fella? Yes, he fucking is. But there's no need to grill into the personal life like that. Like, you know, at the same time, you're supposed to be commentating, you're supposed to be professional, not grilling someone who's banging one of the superstars.
Yeah, the one big negative about this match is I hated when they re-injured the knee. It's been over a year.
In every Seth Rollins match,
Every match,
you know Seth Rollins is going to start taking some like knee bumps.
But there's
like in every match, in every rivalry, people go after the knee.
But like it should have been done like half a year after it. It's just useless at this stage.
Yeah, like the only way, like, find a different area to injure on Rollins.
Maybe the ribs for the amount of times he does the frog splash.
And what you need is like Rollins, like you need Ambrose to take out Rollins on a Raw or something, or maybe even like, you know, air it like halfway through the week or something on Facebook, like as an exclusive at like a house show or something. Ambrose bloody annihilates Rollins. You don't see him for a few weeks, and then he comes back at the Rumble at like 28 or something. Imagine the pop for that.
Yeah, burn it down.
Yeah, like imagine if you had like Ambrose come in at like 26 or something, and he's like, you know, he's like going around smacking people with the gas masks, and then just as he beats down the final person, you go 3, 2, 1, burn it down, and everyone just goes nuts.
Yeah, there was also chants. This is boring. Chants for Becky Lynch, obviously because Becky's the best. And then I remember Rollins just swearing at. Was it Rollins that's? I'm not sure. I think it was Rollins that swore at Ambrose because of them costing the Shield and all that. And he tried to do a Shield fist bump, and Rollins just went mental, went absolutely angry. You did the same thing.
Ambrose tried. Ambrose did the whole like, you know, Rollins went to do a super kick, and Ambrose was like, no, fist bump, no, fist bump.
Yeah, I'm your friend.
And he hit it. He then went for the curb stomp, and I kind of like the new way he sets up Dirty Deeds. Like instead of just hitting it properly out of nowhere,
yeah,
he does it like when someone's run at him. So it's like it's not out of nowhere,
but it's quick.
It's better.
There was also a nasty buckle bomb to the outside. I thought it was Finn Balor all over again.
I thought he was drawn in the Balor shelf.
Yeah.
So in the picture, you can see like his right arm there, like it's going to be in the same position Balor's was when it happened.
I have no clue how he performed the next night against Tyler Breeze.
No idea whatsoever. But yeah, Ambrose ended up walking away as the new Intercontinental Champion.
This is a positive. I think finish the feud.
Him picking up the title was a wise choice.
Yeah.
He kind of needed to win.
Oh, before I mentioned, after the Ronda Rousey Nia Jax match, there was a beautiful interview where Becky Lynch attacks.
Yes, you had Nia Jax kind of walking back. You know, like she was holding her arm. She was like, you know, looking real sorry for herself, and out comes the badass Becky Lynch. She says something about like, you know, like, oh, like you never saw it coming, and then she just like starts smacking her in the face, throws her against stuff in the back, and then she just walks away. You used to have like Tamina runs up just after Becky's gone, and she. No, I looked like she was about to cry.
I think it would have been better if she cried.
That would have been amazing.
Yeah, and then after the Dean and Seth Rollins match, there was mentions of like everything that's going to be happening on the WWE Network, including a Ms. and Mrs. Marathon. Who is going to watch that?
No one.
And then it went to would you say match of the night?
This is my match of the night. You had Lynch versus Flair versus Asuka in a TLC match, and this was match of the night.
It was match of the night because there was so many spots. I've actually added a lot more photos from this match than all the others because of the amount of stuff that was actually there.
This was beautiful. Throughout this match, you could feel the animosity between the three of them. Like you could really feel that they just wanted to tear each other apart. This is the same kind of feel that Seth and Dean should have had.
Yeah.
Every time they were trading chair shots, kendo shots, smacking each other through tables into the barricades. This was ruthless. This was everything it should have been.
During Charlotte's entrance, we found a new rated R superstar because she said from the Queen City. I
That is true. That is absolutely true. But the first spot that you put on here is Asuka a nice power bomb through a table in the corner, putting Charlotte right through it.
oh, it
I
was.
love it when Charlotte goes through stuff. I absolutely hate her.
I don't think that was a very good thing. It didn't break at all. Just a little bit broke. It looked like you were more chance of a concussion after that.
Yeah, that's the issue with tables at like women's matches because like might get a little bit of hate, but at the same time, like their frame isn't big and heavy enough to go through it.
Yeah, I think
Like
just
people like Nia Jax and Tamina could probably go through it quite easily, but kind of people with the frame like Flair and Lynch and Asuka, like with the amount of force they could,
yeah.
but it has to be like a really large amount of force to put someone with that kind of frame in.
Yeah, I think
like they're not the heaviest people in the world.
Yeah, and I think before this there was she countered a spear into a code breaker, which was lovely from Asuka.
Oh, I watched the highlights for this match, and that was beautiful.
Yeah, and then there was a moment where Becky was thrown into the ladder, and David Otunga just laughs.
Fuck Otunga, man.
Just no point. And
irrelevant.
And then I think Charlotte. Oh no, that's just a bit after. The next highlight was when Becky Lynch just sat on Charlotte.
Yeah, Becky jumps off the ladder for a nice leg drop. I can see Asuka like rolling out of the way there.
Yeah, and
so it probably would have been like a double one, but just nails Charlotte instead.
Right into the ribs. It's a delight to see, but like you could just hear her pain. You could hear her pain straight away.
It's so nice to see.
It was a lot worse because the thing didn't break.
Yeah, when the announcers don't break, you can just feel the pain because you can just see their bodies bounce off of it. And it's like, oh.
Yeah. There was a nice double moonsault as well later on by Charlotte, but she missed. Like, she went through the two arms of the superstars.
Yeah, she doesn't really... I don't know if it's just like superstars don't know how to catch her or if like she just doesn't... Oh, she just doesn't plan it very well. Like, I know that she's gone like above people, she's gone like below people. She just doesn't really know how to plot the landing right, does she?
Another funny
one landing she didn't miss was putting Lynch through a table.
Oh god!
Like some rolling senton or something.
I don't think she tried to like gently graze her after this one, after the last thing that happened.
No, like she went full force for this one and ended up putting Lynch through the table.
Yeah, and then it went into everyone getting into the ring, and Asuka then falls from the ladder, and then Ronda Rousey comes in and just pushes the ladder, ruining Becky Lynch and Charlotte's chance.
Yeah, you had Charlotte and Becky. They're both up on the top, trying like weakly reaching for it, trying to smack each other off the ladder. Then when Ronda's music hit, I was quite surprised that neither of them like jumped down to try and like fight her off or anything. I mean,
yeah,
obviously one of them could have jumped and the other person could have grabbed the title. But they both kind of just like stood on top of the ladder kind of uselessly. And they get pushed off, hit their chins on the ropes. Ronda then just kind of like walks away again.
Yeah.
Instead of like finishing the fight. And then Asuka climbs up the ladder and is the new SmackDown Women's Champion.
Props to Asuka and props for your prediction. That was on point.
Yeah, boy.
I tried to find a picture of Ronda Rousey holding the ladder, but all they had was a picture of her going into the ring and going out.
That's because they don't want her tipping over the ladder, because she shouldn't have tipped over the ladder.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that they're supposed to build up the rivalry between them, but at the same time, there was better ways to do it.
Yeah.
But you could have had Asuka win, nothing cheapens her victory, and then you could have Charlotte mysteriously attacked on SmackDown.
Yeah.
And people are thinking, could it have been Asuka getting more edgy? Could it have been Lynch?
Yeah.
So, like, raging out over a loss. And the next week, there's no Charlotte.
Yeah.
And then Becky gets attacked. And no one really knows who it is. And then you have Ronda on the next Raw. So, yeah, I'd beat their asses.
Yeah, but also because of this, because of Monday, there's no automatic rematch clause anymore, I don't think. It's all earned opportunities now.
I mean, I think that's good for Lynch, because obviously my prediction was that Asuka was going to win, and then Becky was going to go on to win the Rumble.
Yeah.
Which I think probably still is the plan. I think, to be fair, I think Becky will win the Rumble, and then Becky will face Charlotte at, like, Fastlane or
Roadblock.
Everyone's in between. And it'll be like kind of like one of those winner gets to face Ronda at Mania because apparently winning the Rumble you have to defend it again.
Yeah, that's
it's not enough to toss out another 29 other people. You have to defend it again.
Yeah, but with our predictions, we've ended at 6-6, so it's a draw.
Tied
again. We didn't do a recording of
5-5 at Hell in a Cell, and we tied 6-6 at this.
Which
was 5-5 at the Survivor Series, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was one or the other.
Yeah, it was one or the other, and then we tied 6-6 for this. Apparently, we're just as good as the other person.
Or we're just as shit.
Yeah, to be fair, we only got half the matches.
Yeah, to be fair, the bar was an unexpected loss.
Bar was unexpected. Balor going over McIntyre was quite unexpected.
No one was going to pick Balor.
God, no. Who in their right mind would have picked Balor to win?
Yeah. So, what would you rate this event?
I'm going to go for a 7.5. Those good matches, there was kind of like surprise victories, but due to a couple of weak matches, wrong placements on the card, and a bad ending to TLC, it could have been a lot higher if those things had been fixed. But it was still like a really good pay-per-view.
Yeah.
We're going to give it a nice, actually, I'm going to be nice, 7.8 out of 10.
Okay, I'm just going to give it a 7 because compared to like the NXT takeovers, it's okay, it's decent, but it could be so much better. I hated a lot of the endings. They could have been and the Seth and Dean match really was a disappointment.
I was expecting blood. I was expecting people to be battered, bruised, and broken.
I feel like Dean should have had a broken nose. It would have been funny.
I think there should have been blood. There should have been a lot more emotion in that match where you just wanted to see them just tear each other apart.
Yeah. And for like a bonus question, what are you thinking of the NXT call-ups that were announced on Raw?
So the call-ups was Lacey Evans.
Yes.
Lacey Evans, EC3, one of the weirdest video packages.
That was funny.
Up to a main program. Let me take off my pants real quick.
Hang on, let me strip for you. Is this the casting couch?
Then had a Heavy Machinery. Then had
Nikki Cross.
Nikki Cross is finally coming up.
And
Lars Sullivan.
Who is no longer lurking.
No longer lurking. He's now just
missing. He's just there.
Look for where Ty Dillinger went. You might find him.
Yeah. But
So I believe we agreed with the punishment for this because neither of us lost, but at the same time neither of us won. We're going with the whole. We have to choose a Pokemon to build around for the other person's one. But we're going to give them 5 choices, and we're going to make it a tier 1, so it's not nearly as bad. Because technically, we didn't lose. We didn't lose, but essentially we didn't win. So we're not going to have our own drafts to go off of. We're each going to give each other 5 options. We have to choose one of them.
Yeah. Well, probably.
To be fair, I think maybe you have to choose 2 of them.
Yeah. You have to.
You can't have 2 tier 1s in a draft.
Yeah. So I think
we'll discuss that.
We'll discuss that in the meantime because we still have 5 weeks, maybe 6.
We've got 4 weeks left of the regular season, and then we've got the playoffs.
Spoiler alert, I did bad in my first game back.
Playoffs is top 4, so
6. 7.
Looking about 6 weeks, I reckon, to the end of the season.
Yeah, so we'll just...
It'll be done by the end of January.
Yeah. And maybe I've improved by then, got the rust off.
Maybe I would have got my spark back.
Yeah. I felt like if you played this game this week, you would have won.
I don't know. It was a tough game to beat. It was a tough team to beat.
But I played well at the start, at the first 2 or 3 turns.
But I'm just happy that I ended the season with a win.
Yeah.
The team.
I'll try and improve over time. But this is going to be the end of the review. I hope you enjoyed. Leave comments below what you thought of it, how we can improve on it. And thanks very much for Carb for joining me.
Tell me why I'm better than Liam. So cut out the last one. Tell me why I'm better than. Tell me why.
You can also, we'll try and do Royal Rumble. Will we try?
Yeah, Royal Rumble. I am down to do Royal Rumble.
Yeah, maybe we might do NXT Takeover.
Maybe.
It might-
I don't normally like watch the NXT ones. I kind of just like catch up on
Yeah.
the highlights.
Yeah, if you
But
don't, I'll probably do
maybe
my own review. I might start doing like reviews on them.
I can't be carrying you throughout every video.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try and get in on my own way.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Well, we want to thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you at the Royal Rumble.
I want to thank Double Cheeseburgers for existing.
I'm more of the quarter pounder kind of guy.
Oh, no, double cheese with bacon. Oh, gets me really excited.
Yeah. I'm just trying now to stop the stream without me. I'm more of the quarter pounder kind of guy. I'm trying to stop the stream without seeing my face.
Face review. Face review.
Not anymore. I don't even see where to take it off now. I've got it. So say goodbye to everyone.
Bye, guys. I love you all.
I'm better than Carp.